All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Invincible, Season 1, Episode 5.
All right, well, Mars is fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who knows how quickly that's going to
spread to Earth. Yeah, exactly. There is a Martian that made it to Earth, hopefully. You know, they don't have any crazy ill intentions. But,
yeah,
you know,
because
but
they're either abandoning their people or...
Right.
Or... something else.
Something else. Yeah. But then also, Darkblood got sent back to hell.
But his notebook is here.
Right. So the very thing that Cecil is like, hey, I don't care. Yes, Omni-Man killed the Guardians, but this is a bit of a problem.
We can't have you antagonizing him anymore and risking him, you know.
Exactly. Getting pissed at us.
Yeah.
But that might happen anyways because Damien has made contact with his wife.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, okay, cool. And then on the Mark side of things, his relationship is still
going pretty well, actually.
And going to space did not completely ruin it. So
right, they were able to communicate and, you know, and have that whole dynamic, you know, resolved fairly well. But then there's also this whole deal with the robot, or just not the robot, with Robot having some clone baby fetus alien thing.
Yeah, and he's working with Cecil, which means that, okay, we've got ourselves a way in which Cecil might be using at least Robot from Teen Team to prep the world potentially for a problem with Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like Cecil is forward-thinking enough that he's like, I need any assets I can in this, you know, potential upcoming, you know, confrontation. So, potentially cloning some kind of...
I would not be surprised.
You know...
Cloning Omni-Man.
Cloning maybe not Omni-Man, maybe Mark?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, either of those would work.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways that's my issue, is that if he's cloning Omni-Man, well, Omni-Man might be, you know, a problem down to the core, so he can't
he might be the worst person to clone.
He might be the worst person to do that, too. Yeah, exactly.
Who knows? We will have to see. But there's a lot of ovens in the fire? No. Point is, there's a lot of things cooking right now for Earth, and a lot of them aren't good, necessarily.
Yeah, not many are good, yeah.
Right.
So, okay. Without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, all right, nice, go. Yeah.
Oh,
gotcha. So this is the one that Mark fought in the earlier episode.
Oh. Jeez! Oh my God.
Tell Mr. Lou next time I find him on our turf, I won't be so gentle.
Oh, well.
Wait, I don't think you can tell him.
That message was for you.
Oh.
Don't be stupid, kid. I'm cutting you a...
Oh, well.
Go!
Hey.
Well, it took me all of 30 seconds to get the cheesecake.
Yeah, exactly.
What did we ever do to you?
Kevin, shut up! Leave it alone!
There's a place on 3rd and Parkland.
Oh.
I'll put you up for a few weeks.
What? Oh, crap.
Shit.
Hi. Don't be scared.
Can you please get out now?
I guess get your stuff. It won't happen again, Mr. Sayer.
But it has, Grayson. You've been late 12 times in the past 3 months. I'm sorry, but I'm docking your shifts.
Ooh.
You know what? Don't bother. I quit.
What?
Mark, you have to scare him. Make him think you'll actually drop him.
I can hear you!
I don't know, that seems mean.
I'll show you. There, see? Now he'll tell me everything.
Okay, but you're gonna catch him, right?
Yeah,
Eventually.
in a second.
Freeze!
Your lie's worth minimum wage? Or do you want to fire your guns in the air, say you tried your best, and we all walk away happy and alive?
Wow. Don't just fire in the air. Fire everywhere, you know, but...
Someone from the second floor. Oh, God, I've been shot!
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, you scratched it up when you slid it over.
Shit.
Not even scratched? Not bad for a guy with gravel for fingers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That works nicely. See, Titan, your problem is...
The auto-tune.
You're too useful. You get shit done. You take bullets like a champ and don't even whine about it. This is your life now. This is what you do.
No, it's not.
You're a walking pile of rocks. You break heads. That's it. That's all. Own it already. What are you doing? You think you can just punch your way out of this? I know where your family lives, and that means you work for me until I say you're fucking done.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, see? Plus, now you gotta pay for the desk, too. This was imported Italian maple.
It's just gonna get harder the closer it gets to Earth.
Yeah. Omni-Man's like, fine, I'll help you out. Oh. Wow.
Now just throw it back into space.
He accidentally just, misses time.
It slips. Whoops.
How's it feel to save the world? Or at least the country? By the way, that was a small one.
Oh.
That was a small one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have seen the asteroid I diverted a few years ago. The size of Texas.
Yeah, that's an ELE. That's the world's gonna end right there.
I know, but it's Amber.
Mark, we talked about this.
Oh.
Dad.
This one time, okay?
Yes!
Cool, so they're figuring out a dynamic.
You were right. Your mom's a great cook.
You should have told her that yourself.
Oh.
During dinner.
Oh.
2 hours ago.
Oh, that's not a little late.
Half the time we
Shit.
make plans, you're late. Or you cancel, or you just don't show, and your excuses suck.
Hold on.
But then you pick up the sushi I like. Or you leave a note in my locker. Or you surprise me after class. But that doesn't make it okay if you keep doing it.
Yeah.
And tonight was just definitely not okay. This was meeting my mom.
It's just, I have these family responsibilities. I help my dad with work. It's hard making it all fit. I'm gonna do better, I promise.
Prove it.
Yeah, can you reasonably say that?
Oh, bro!
Hey, Dad.
Mark, I'm watching the elephant rob a store downtown. He'd be perfect practice for you.
Essentially. Oh, shoot. This is home.
Yeah.
Did somebody ask for butterscotch ripple?
Oh.
We're not out, are we?
It's not that simple.
Don't.
The difference between telling someone about the shit you're going through versus not.
Right.
Yeah. But in some ways, he doesn't have the luxury of not telling her.
Right.
Whereas Mark kind of does. He doesn't really have to tell her.
Daddy, look! A superhero! Is he a good guy?
That's what people say.
Are you a good guy?
Oh.
What's his name?
Him?
I don't know.
He calls himself.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that one.
Nice.
Hey, Debbie?
Jesus.
What was the name of that place in Bordeaux? The one with the chocolate pastry thingies?
Eclair d'André?
That's it. Thanks, sweetie.
Oh. He doesn't have typical Superman.
Like X-ray vision and stuff?
X-ray vision, yeah.
Yeah.
He would have seen that then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to tell you when I break up with someone.
The only, and I mean only reason I agreed to you being a superhero was because Rex was there to take care of you.
But now that you're not even part of a team... Rex cheated on me. Teen team broke up. They're both over. It happens.
Forgive him.
What?
All guys make mistakes. Don't be a...
Holy shit.
One, I can do anything I want on my own. Literally, I can rearrange atoms on a molecular level like it's easy. And two, I'm not even sure I want to do this anymore.
Good. It's about time.
That includes this stupid family! Oh, Samantha!
Don't you leave that door!
Wow. Oh, shit. Okay.
I called you here because I need your help.
Why would I help you? You're a criminal.
I'm not a criminal. I just owed one money and now I can't get out.
So?
So aren't you a hero? Helping people and taking down
Yeah.
bad guys?
Yeah?
So help me take down my boss. They don't get any worse than him. You help me take down Machinehead. You help real people with real lives. Think about that next time you're fighting some stupid elephant man or whatever.
Why'd you borrow money from Machinehead anyway?
Yep, yeah, right here.
It wasn't for me.
Mom, can you pass the potatoes, please? Mom?
Sorry.
Oh.
You'd be making a huge mistake.
Oh.
What? Why?
Oh.
Because he's using you.
I'm not an idiot, Dad. I know when someone's lying. Titan never wanted to be a criminal in the first place.
Even if that was true, you're a Viltrumite. Okay? You fought off an alien invasion, saved the country from an asteroid. This is beneath you.
Mom?
But I also know that helping someone is never beneath you.
Ooh.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the last time the Lizard League turns people into snakes in my town.
You better believe it, baby. Through someone's inner ear.
Oh, robot.
What the hell?
Oh, no.
24 civilians are in the hospital right now because we fought like 6 individual assholes instead of a team.
Oh.
Pull up the fight. This right here.
I know what a bus looks like.
This is where you messed up. You and Monster Girl. Both so caught up in your own little prize fights that you let this entire bus of civilians crash.
Oh, shrunk it a little bit of
We did our best,
nervousness.
and we won. So, whatever. You don't even have powers, old man.
Say that one more time, son.
Why would you tell Mark that saving lives is beneath him?
Other people save lives. Mark saves millions. He needs to think big, and you're not helping.
I'm not help.
I just don't want him to make a choice he'll regret.
Neither do I.
This is all going so quickly. I didn't think it'd be this difficult.
Hey, you.
Slow down, Tiger. You're still on my shit list. You're coming tonight, right?
Of course I'm coming.
Do not stand me up on this, okay? It won't only be me counting on you this time. Mark volunteered to help me at the Beckwell Community Center downtown. We do dinners twice a week for anyone who's hungry.
It's on 3rd Street, right? Low brick building?
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Oh man,
Wow,
gotta run. I
interesting.
told my mom I'd help with an open house. I'll see you there. Bye, Eve.
You and Mark are pretty close.
Oh, jeez.
Has he been acting weird lately?
Oh, okay.
What do
Cool,
you
cool,
mean?
cool.
He's
Just
late,
yeah.
all the time, or doesn't show and then lies about why.
Guys are dicks. But Mark's one of the good ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
his time management is awful. But he's super into you.
Super.
You're all he talks about.
Really?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. No.
Yeah.
No. Interrelational
Right.
bullshit. Thank you. Oh, no. You don't have time, girl. Whoa. Are you kidding me, girl?
No.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Just threw him. Yep.
Machinehead.
Get up. We're taking you in.
I also knew exactly when you and this giant pile of shit would walk in here and ruin my doors. Also, Italian maple, by the way.
No way you saw this coming.
I've got money.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah, and they're working like a team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. We see how powerful he actually is. Oh. Oh, shit.
Who's next? Hello, boy.
Oh, God.
God. Jeez.
Wow. 10 out of 10. You guys are worth every Wait.
Oh! Hey,
oh,
nice!
Cecil got an anonymous call.
Ah, from omni-man. Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Murder these assholes!
I don't know why he's still there.
Oh, shit. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah. Careful. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
It
bad.
electrified his armor.
I was promised this world offered worthy opponents. How you disappoint. Killing you is an act of mercy.
Oh shit.
Oh!
Oh!
Invincible! Black Samson, retreat.
Oh, shit.
Ah! Ah!
Pathetic child.
Jeez.
Oh, shit. Nice.
That was awesome.
Oh, shit.
This battle is beneath me. There is no honor in killing insects.
Isotope, let's go. Isotope.
Where's Isotope?
Sorry, kid.
Maybe.
Didn't mean for it to end this way. But I gotta take care of mine. Hope you make it.
Shit.
The veggies.
He's literally dying.
Uh-huh.
Jesus fucking Christ. Are we gonna lose him? It's a possibility, sir. No, we need him.
Yeah.
Do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Get a sample to the lab, just in case.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
They need to clone him.
Oh my God.
I know it's hard to love someone when they don't seem to love you back, but Mark loves you. He'd be here if he could.
Yeah, he just noped out of there.
Wow. I gotta hand it to you, boss. Look, whatever you told that kid to get him on your side, it fucking...
I told him the truth. I'm gonna make this city better for a lot of people.
Whoa.
But some people come first.
Oh,
holy shit.
Level. Down, deep into the Earth's crust.
Any progress? Is that bad?
We've tried everything. Drugs, viruses, bacteria, prions, even nanobots and radioactives. Viltrumite cells don't give a damn. They just won't die.
Well, keep trying. I got a feeling blood's still the answer.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So we
Okay.
just had a full-on brawl.
Yep.
We had a
Uh-huh.
bunch of developments happen across this episode. I keep forgetting that because we generally watch shows that have 23-minute episodes,
Mhm.
how much they can pack into 45-minute episodes, because I immediately kind of in my head like think, animated show must be a 23-minute episode.
Right.
Well, no, not with this one. So
Exactly.
okay.
And a lot of the times with like my own personal experiences of like 45-minute episodes that I'm more familiar with, it's
Yeah.
usually Western television, and with that kind of stuff, there's often a lot of
live
fluff.
Action.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, yes.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of fluff oftentimes in those episodes. So
Quite a
having
lot.
something like this where every minute I feel like there's something very important happening.
Very important.
That's awesome. I love it. Major props.
Love it. Oh my god. Okay, so in short, Mark is nearly dead, but the cells refuse to die.
Right.
So it is maybe impossible to fully kill a Viltrumite.
Yeah.
At least...
Are they invincible?
Yeah, are they actually invincible?
Right.
Now, they're looking for a way to theoretically kill one.
Yeah. No.
Just in case they have to.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so far, they're
probably,
finding nothing.
And probably very looking for theoretical ways to very much practically and in a very real way kill a Viltrumite.
Yeah.
Or at least have the leverage of that so that then they could maybe begin negotiations with Omni-Man in a way that...
This is not a world with kryptonite. This is
exactly
not a world where we have a green thing that just,
Superman is not Superman anymore.
Right.
But thankfully, it's, theoretically, Viltrumites can get beaten, right? He's not actually invincible. Right. But, certain things don't seem to stick the way that they normally would. I loved a lot of the ways that the characters showed up when I didn't expect them. So like the Guardians helping out at that fight makes total sense, right? Omni-Man sees that, his son's in trouble, and so he calls in a favor, basically.
Right.
But he doesn't actually just make the problem go away himself.
It's beneath him.
Well, it's beneath him, but also it's probably that whole thing of Mark decided to make this choice.
Yep.
I want him to live with that choice, right?
Yeah.
And while I don't want him to die, so yeah, I'll get people to come in and help. They're not necessarily going to be people that will just make the problem go away entirely.
No.
Right. This the lion dude with the mace and everything felt like almost on the scale of Viltrumite, of someone from another world or whatever.
He's not human.
Right, not human, but not from here, that just comes in and is like, okay, sure, yeah.
Because
I'll
aliens
fight.
are just a casual thing that supers just deal with all the time. So having a character here that's not even necessarily more tough than Mark, he's just a better fighter.
Yeah.
It's just the thing of where, if you have good reflexes, good coordination, and you have a weapon, you have better reach. Mark's not going to hit you before his mace hits you. So yeah, this was a really cool way to have a casual throwaway villain or super, whatever you want to call them, get basically a one-up on Mark and it be very consequential.
Yep.
So fucking awesome. That was so good. And yes, someone died. Yeah.
Right.
Our old man, our resident, not super with powers,
who is telling them, hey, you need to shape up and fight like a team. This isn't going to work.
Yeah. That was his last, order or request or, thing that he asked of them.
I'm very curious to see how the rest of the Guardians respond to this turn of events, because Rex is, has always been kind of like the asshole, right? And the other Guardians, I feel like, kind of don't take too much of a side one way or another. Like, they know that the old man has a problem, or not has a problem, has a point. And then they also kind of want to slack off and like have drinks and stuff, so they don't do too much to oppose Rex when he's
They're
doing his whole thing.
relatively normal in the way that they kind of respond to everything, in the same way that kind of Rex is being the normal asshole, and that he's just got an ego issue, which I would say it's kind of a surprise that this is really the only, I'd say, the second super that we've seen that has an ego issue, with Omni-Man being the other one.
Yeah.
And his is a very complicated mess of an issue that's, very, I would say, there's like just there underneath the surface,
Right. Omni-Man's issues stem from a situation that is not likely to come up in other heroes. Not in the same
Not in the same way. Or maybe only in Mark.
Yeah, maybe only in Mark. Although we did
got into that a little bit here.
We got into that a little bit with Mark, but then also with Eve, because she had that whole deal with her parents where her parents are
this is beneath
specifically
you. Don't do this.
But specifically her dad is being a dick, right? But the thing is that when it gets into that point where it's an argument and things are heated, they do not have a way to continue that conversation with her on that level, because like they're not letting her be in the conversation as an equal, right? Because of, oh, you're just a kid. It's like, well, she's 18, and all that. And then she's like, okay, well, I have powers, right?
So
and
if
it's
you're
like,
going to treat me not like an equal, then
fine, I'll treat you like not an equal, right?
Yeah,
and then there was that point where it's like, no, they're actually scared, right? Like, because what could they do, right? If she did decide to lash out, for some reason, right? They wouldn't be able to do anything about that.
What a fucked up way to try and parent your child is one where you're so scared of her, not necessarily because you think she would actually do this, but because maybe you've given her reason to over the course of time, and you're like, if we fuck this up too badly, she could just kill us. And it's like, she's your daughter, why would she do that unless you gave her very, very explicit reasons to do that?
Well, and what kind of example are you setting for her of the way that things end up getting resolved in conflicts and things like that, right?
Yeah.
If it's because we're the parents, we're the ones with the money, the power, the whatever, or I'm bigger than you, right? So you'll do what I say, then what happens when that changes, right? That,
wow, that's a really good point. They did a really cool thing with all the family situations and tied them all together, all the way even down to the Machinehead Isotope thing. So think about this.
Okay.
Machinehead and Isotope had their confrontation with Titan, where they were basically like, what are you going to do? They were condescending to him, basically, of like, you're going to keep working for us. And this is who you are to us.
Yes.
Where our role is to you. And now you have to fix this,
Yeah, right. And then on top of that, Machinehead was also talking down to Isotope, even though the whole reason that he's untouchable is because Isotope is there, right?
Right.
So, you like freaked out because you got shot or something like that, right? And he's like, hey, what do you know, right?
What do
he
you
ends
know?
up turning against you.
Oh my God! Wait, yeah. And then the stuff with Omni-Man and Mom and
right. That's actually actually one of the things that I find fun is that Omni-Man and her actually, in a way, while they definitely have their issues, they have the best conflict resolution dynamic of probably anyone that I've seen in the show. Right, because even though
they would have to, because they're so different from each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And while Omni-Man definitely has a whole bunch of problems that he's bringing to the table and not making it easy for her at all, he does still know that when she's like, hey, remember what we've got set up here, he's like, you're right.
Yeah.
Good point. And it wasn't like something where like he like gives some look of like, she's being a problem once like, they're embracing and like she's not looking at his face. It really does feel like it's a genuine thing of him being like, yes, I messed up, right?
Right, which makes his character so interesting is that we can tell that there's ways in which he is absolutely kind of manipulating his wife in the ways that he can to get basically the result he wants with Mark. But he's in some ways, well, this is actually a weird way of looking at it, but in the same way that Mark kind of lies to Amber about him and his excuses for what he's doing, Omni-Man is, or Nolan, is lying to his wife in a very indirect kind of way to keep things in this like state where
copacetic relationship.
Yeah, this copacetic relationship where it's kind of a meta thing where for the audience we can't see his thoughts or have him get too obvious because we don't know what his real goal truly is as to why he killed the Guardians, as to why he's preparing Mark. There's some things we can definitely logically deduce based on that. But
his motivations and what he said so far is exactly the same as Titan's, and we saw how that ended up going for Titan, right?
Right.
Of that it's the, hey, help out. Oh, okay, that's sympathetic. Oh, no, I actually want to rule over this place.
Yeah, I just want to take his position.
Right.
Okay, geez. And then the fact that Omni-Man, this is something that's also rather just apropos here. Omni-Man was the one to say, no, see, this guy's using you.
Right.
Why would he be, well, in some ways he's smart,
Well,
so
yeah, that's the obvious
It's
thing,
the obvious thing.
Right.
But it's also the thing of where it's like, well, wait a minute. Is it because you recognize some of the things that you do in what this guy's doing? You're trying to use Mark, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
right? Like, it's
interesting.
it's very interesting. And
and all this going on in the backdrop where the government and all the deep, human people, they know Omni-Man is not on their side.
Right.
So they're racing, using everything they can to try and figure out a way to either clone someone that could theoretically stop him. Or it's just the buck stops there with Robot and he's trying to replace Rexplode.
Right, to make the Guardians a better functioning team.
Exactly, which totally is that's a lost cause.
Right.
One of the things that I'm curious though is that if he's trying to clone the physical form of Rexplode, but the thing we revealed this episode was that you can't actually clone the consciousness.
Right.
That was the thing
that they did
after the body was prepared.
And
so you could put someone else's consciousness inside of Rexplode.
I think so,
And then you would actually change his personality, that's change his problems and stuff. But if you then did that successfully
with an Omni-Man clone or a Viltrumite clone.
Well, yeah, if you found some way to then take someone that had a body that was impossibly strong, invincible even.
Yep.
Could you then put
and that's why the thing that I'm really excited, like, or not excited about, but like I would love to see if this ended up happening.
Yeah.
Is for it to get to the point where Omni-Man and Invincible need to team up to help save the world from the clones that have been made by the humans. Right? Where because if you think about it, a lot of the conflict in this show boils down to a lack of communication. And that's where a lot of superhero conflicts come from, the best ones, right?
Can't share a secret identity.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Well, what about the other conversation that's not happening? Nolan killed the Guardians, right? There's communication not happening with his wife, right?
Mark.
With Mark, and then also
in general,
and then also with Cecil,
Cecil,
right?
Yeah.
Theoretically, Cecil could go up to Omni-Man and be like, "We know what the situation is, dude. We want to, but we still like you and can't afford to lose you." Like.
I think Cecil would do it much more simple. He's like, okay, so you want the Earth to be kept safe. Clearly, you could have destroyed us 1,000 times over.
Right.
So, what is this? Do you not work for us? Do you work for something else?
Yeah.
Level with me.
What is it you want, and let us help you get that, or keep getting that, and that way we can also get what we want.
Yeah. And he could even level with him and basically saying, Omni-Man, like, it wouldn't take you more than 2 weeks to find everything that we have that's working to stop you. If it comes down to that.
Right.
We'll basically have a 2-week probably countdown to you destroying everything that involves the world's security, and you put yourself up as the god of this world.
And we do not want to go to war with you.
We do not want to go with war with you, but why?
Yeah.
Just tell us why you did this. Because obviously, like, you care about Mark. You probably care about your wife. And we could make this a living hell for you for about 2 weeks.
Right.
But you don't want the Earth to be destroyed. So... what's your deal? And that could be a really, really chilling conversation.
Yep.
And it could be extra chilling because then you could have Damien Darkblood, I told you so.
Right. But those kinds of conversations aren't happening.
They're not, no.
And as a result, things are escalating and getting more and more complicated. So if it gets to the point where then Omni-Man or Mark or whoever gets cloned and turned into some puppet army by the humans because there wasn't communication about this skeleton in the closet, basically, right? That seems so poetic, but then it's also a way that we could have Omni-Man and Invincible still teaming up after Mark finds out, holy shit, you killed the Guardians. Wait, are you like, I don't know if I can even see you as my father, right?
Right.
Because I feel like Nolan is such an interesting character that if Omni-Man just becomes the villain, that's too straightforward.
Well,
right?
I mean, in some ways, that's kind of the best, like, starting point. It's just acknowledging that, no, you guys are ants, and I'm just trying to keep you all from killing yourselves.
Sure.
And the reason why is complicated.
Right.
But I'm here, I have a family, I care about you, I care about my wife. I'm not here to burn, raise, and
think,
destroy
Mark,
you all.
think.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm if I wanted you all dead, I could have done it years ago. But
exactly.
no, I
and for
don't
some
want
macro
that.
reason, the Guardians were a very serious problem.
I get very much the vibe that the Guardians were a threat for a long time in terms of to Omni-Man.
Sure.
But he didn't think that he could theoretically basically risk his life in any way by doing that kind of stuff until he had a child that had powers.
Right.
And once that happened, everything changed.
It's the I need to make sure that my place at the top of the food chain is secure so that way I can make sure that my family is safe through literally whatever happens.
Or I think another way to look at it is that if I have the ability to create a life that has the same powers as me, the humans will eventually want to get rid of me.
Sure.
Because then I don't create a single point of extinction for humanity. I create two.
And then four.
And then from them, then they could have kids, which that just
and the funny thing about that is then the human's natural response to that is, what if now theoretically they're not doing anything cloning yet, right?
No.
Which actually makes me believe in their competency a lot more, right?
Yes.
But I feel like that's what they're setting up as like the worst of the worst of the worst, like possible fallback, right?
Yeah.
But that's something where it's we're then doing the very thing that could be a problem of creating like multiple points of potential extinction.
Right.
And so I would not be surprised if that might even be the exact thing that in the meme of Think Mark Think that Omni-Man is talking about, right? It comes into like out in the open that it's like, this is what the humans are doing. And he's like, do you realize how fucked up that is? Like, like that is not going to end well.
Or just the idea of, oh, if you exist, right? Obviously you are someone that needs to respect the power that you've been granted.
And that's why I take training you so seriously.
Right. In order to do that, you need to make sure that you think about basically how you use that power. Because not only could it be a situation where you give basically that power away to someone else by being swayed by some kind of ideology or some kind of way of thinking or what have you, that it's just, oh, now you've basically, you view me as evil. And that could be the part where he's kind of the villain, is that he absolutely sees himself as a good guy.
Right.
And he's like, oh, I'm doing this for your own good. But you all have to listen to me, do everything I say. Like it's very
and the
very
thing
simple.
is
and then it comes right down to a father-son, kind of typical.
Right.
You
son, when you came along, you changed everything.
I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for that.
The dynamics in this show are absolutely delicious. And
dynamics, yes.
Like
can we talk about some of the
So Amber and Eve like being able to get along and them actually having like a good friendship and stuff.
Because it's obvious that Amber could look at this situation and be like, Eve is really close to Mark. She talks a lot about how amazing he is, so she could very much get the vibe of, gotcha. Eve likes Mark.
Right.
But that doesn't mean necessarily that Mark likes Eve, so I need to think that he's cheating on me.
Right.
But the fact that they then had it be a thing of where she's like, oh, well then, yeah, let's you come on over. I'm going to get to know you too, because obviously you're someone in Mark's life.
Right.
And I want to be a part of Mark's life, so I'm going to get to know you a little more.
Yep.
Sweet. And we see how much this affects Eve. And she's like, this feels really good. Like, I really like this. And I'm just like, yes.
This is wonderful.
This is so good. This is wonderful.
It's the kind of stuff that Mark will need to make sure that he's protecting.
Oh, God, he's not going to be able to protect it at all.
Oh, no, definitely not.
This is all going to go up in flames so fast.
But that's also one of the other things that he will be, I'm sure, laying at his father's feet. Not just of you killed the Guardians, which is really the biggest thing, but also...
Are you really going to...
Well, when I was in trouble, you sent in some of my...
Sure.
Well, he doesn't really know them that well, but potentially some of his friends, and watched them getting potentially killed, and did nothing to stop them because you wanted to teach me a lesson. That's a bit problematic.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to see if he lays the whole thing of, you are all powerful, basically. You're so ridiculously
Look at
powerful.
what it takes for them to mimic just a fraction of our power.
Right. But having that question of, Mark, do you think I can literally be everywhere at once and just go and solve every single problem out there?
Yep.
And that could be a really hard conversation of how many people does Omni-Man let die because
he needs to still live a life.
He needs to still be able to stay sane,
Right, yeah, exactly. Because theoretically, I mean, does he need sleep, right? Why isn't he just 24/7, constantly every second, becoming a machine of just saving people, right? And the line for that can get really blurry, and because these stakes are escalated to be so extreme because of the superpowers and all of that stuff, something that, having a work-life balance or something, or making sure that your child learns their lesson when they still have the safety net of you being around,
right?
So that way they don't make those mistakes when you're not around, right? That's a very normal thing. That's a good thing, right?
A good thing,
but then once it's put into this situation where you're dealing with the lives of other people in order to teach a lesson, you're either letting people die and teaching the lesson, or not teaching the lesson that could cause other people to die down the road, but you're saving the lives now, right?
Yeah.
And then
then it becomes you're playing God, you're balancing lives, you're just counting numbers, and it gets
that's what Omni-Man has to do on a daily basis, because if he's, regardless of what kind of choice he makes, right? That's what he's dealing with. Anytime, like even with the new Guardians, right? Oh, you didn't stop this bus, and so a bunch of people got injured. Now, they're lucky that those people didn't end up dying. I was almost surprised that he didn't say no. So there were children on there, and some of them, there was like a newborn baby or something, and it died.
That's what he was saying. People died.
Oh, I thought he said that they were injured.
I'm pretty sure they said, like, so many people. They gave a number, like,
it was like 28 or something.
Yeah. Maybe they said injured.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hospital.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So not dead, but
right. Not necessarily dead, but theoretically they could die. Right. So that's one of those things that they have to think about. And since they're new to this whole gig of being the Guardians, they haven't really thought about it before, right? So it gets brought up. But for someone like Omni-Man, where that's then on an even bigger scale, right?
Right. He's stopped an asteroid the size of Texas.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you then do when there's two buses or whatever? It's the classic Superman conundrum. And since he has to deal with this all of the time, alien or not, you would absolutely get desensitized to that because you have to in order to be able to make a decision, right? And then the whole question of, is it the right decision or not? How do you even figure that out?
That's the thing that was kind of fun here, was basically that the thing of going to help Titan and him being like, he's going to use you, basically.
Right.
And it's like, okay, that's possibly true, but then if he uses me and you kind of are in the position, Omni-Man, of basically saying like, well, I have this, therefore I'm right, then wouldn't your it's an interesting aspect of Omni-Man's ideology, but basically that if he is using me, then things get slightly better still because this guy's out of the picture, and I disable a lot of his infrastructure, if you will, by literally just wrecking his house, basically. And then if they go to replace it in this instance here, you just go and check up on things in a week and go, oh, things are still pretty bad. Okay, cool, I'm going to do it again, but I'm not going to do it at the behest of some other person. I'm just going to take it down.
Yeah, the devil you know versus the devil you don't, at the very least.
Sure, but also, I think it's the idea, not really exactly that, but more
that actually I think would be the reverse.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit the opposite. But the idea of having I check up on the places in which I've gone to help, and this is something that I think Amber kind of represents in a meta way in the story, is that superheroes in media often, I would say, are not doing menial tasks as much.
Right.
They're not doing things that require you to stay at a place, live there, get to know people. It's basically
finger on the pulse of society.
Right, and it's one of the things I would say that makes Spider-Man probably the most popular superhero.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And probably one of the most beloved superheroes in modern media, because he's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind to people. He gets to know people. He lives in a specific area. So while he's very strong, he's not a god, so he can't be everywhere.
Right.
Thus, he takes care of a city or a section, a district of a city.
Yeah.
And that makes it very relatable for him to go and save the pizza guy and the little girl with the balloons running into the street or what have you, because those people are people he's going to see again and again. And he can go back and check up on those places that he's helped.
Right.
If his help didn't actually help, you know what I mean?
And
so,
and one of the other things I want to bring up about Omni-Man's whole thing of like, oh, it's beneath Mark. The thing is that while I personally disagree, there is theoretically a world in which Omni-Man is right, because like if the opportunity cost basically of Mark not learning these lessons in his training with Omni-Man means that he's not ready in the future when there's some cataclysmic event that like Omni-Man isn't able to stop by himself or something like that where Mark's really needed, then it's like, well, maybe 1 million people die there, and that might not have happened if you had let, 20 people die here and 10 people die there along the way so that you could,
can't predict that.
How do you predict that,
yeah,
right?
You can't. And that's the thing that I really like about this is that on some level, you can kind of get a little bit of Nolan or aka Omni-Man's motivations, specifically by how he's setting him up to almost replace him.
Yeah.
Because if he cares so much about this guy being able to be Omni-Man 2.0, basically, then why would he care so much about that if he exists? If he's this practically like unstoppable, unkillable, actually invincible. Well, I mean, not really invincible, but Superman, basically. So that tells us on some level that Omni-Man is scared of something. And I would say that something has to do with his not being around.
Okay, sure.
And that's something that I find really intriguing. And I would say the main thing that he's probably the most scared of, it's the thing that makes the most sense, is he's scared of his own kind.
Right, other Viltrumites, yeah.
Other Viltrumites, yeah.
Right, because that would be the biggest threat to them, right? So it's I have to get you up to snuff where you're on the level of a Viltrumite soldier so that maybe you can fight one of me if they come to, see what's up with Earth.
Right, yeah. And I bet you anything, that Omni-Man is going to have a point in the future, or he has already had that point happen at least once, where he's been checked up on.
Sure.
And when that happens, or has happened, either something will go wrong or has already gone wrong. And that's why he's like, everything's moving so fast. Things are on a timetable.
Yeah.
He's going to get checked up on again soon. And
I could totally see it being something where like, because this is a perspective problem, right?
Yeah.
And earth-shattering cataclysmic events is like on the bottom of Omni-Man's like perspective. That is the smallest thing that he can deal with, right? Because he's thinking about the cosmos, right? All of that shit way out there, right?
Yeah, and by the way, Mars is fucked at the moment, so
right.
Who's to know when that will just come up again?
Right.
We'll see.
Oh,
we'll see.
That didn't go well. I'm gonna go to Mars for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mars is gonna get terraformed, just for a little bit. And he's like, I also need to make sure that I am high enough in the altitude that these things don't latch onto me.
Thankfully, Viltrumites can't get they were
that's
like,
right.
Because otherwise, that
they can't get mind
that would have been a big
controlled.
problem.
Yeah.
Mark just goes up there and then yeah.
But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.